Hello, this video lecture reviews writing a critique. Critiques are a pretty common type of writing assignment, and they have a four-part structure. First, the introduction, who or what you are critiquing, and who should care about your critique. Then, a summary of the original. Then, your informed opinion, and possibly other people's informed opinion, giving specific attention to details that you think are going to make for good comparison with other like things. Offering your experience or the experience of others, and offering, finally, your imagination on how something could be different or better. And then, of course, your critique needs to offer a conclusion in which you give a definitive opinion. Go, don't go. Try it, don't try it. Read it, don't read it. Let's start with the introduction. Who or what you are critiquing and who should care. For instance, if you're writing about George Washington, your audience could be general or it could be specific. And we all know something about George Washington, but some people know a lot. And some people are content to know a little and not a lot, so they may not want to know your interesting, informed opinion. If there are a number of people who won't care, make sure to pitch your critique at those who will care. Summarizing the original, you want to make sure to be accurate but lively and memorable. You're going to use details that you will revisit in your critique. Mention things that are interesting and relevant, the main points of the original, but make sure you pull out the things that you plan to discuss. All right, your opinion and the opinion of others. First, you'll give your attention and comparison to specific parts, a kind of an analysis that will help you. For instance, if it's car, you talk about the driving experience, the brakes, the interior, the pickup. Think about all the aspects of a car that should be discussed if you're critiquing it. If it's a politician, consider that person's position on key points: healthcare, defense spending, taxes, foreign relations. Ask how that person has voted in past and what he or she is trying to accomplish now. If it's a restaurant, consider the full range of what you experience: the variety of dishes, the quality of service, the comfort or elegance of the setting, the innovation or maybe the excellent consistency of the chef. Experience. For those three, cars, politicians, and restaurants, we all have enough experience to make us at least a little qualified to compare and to discuss. One car has more pickup than another. One politician has made better speeches than another. One restaurant has fresher ingredients or faster service than another. We may also want to reference some expert in the field. Car and Driver may have a good word for the car you love. A famous food critic may have visited your favorite restaurant. The politician you admire may be admired by someone else in another field, maybe science or industry or music. Where you don't have much experience, it's reasonable to reference experts or to go get the experience you need to have an informed opinion. Now, imagination. How could this be different or better? This aspect of the critique may be hard, but it's important. What should the engineer change about the car? What should the restaurant owner adjust for a better experience? How could the politician be more effective or serve the constituents more equitably? There are people everywhere who have crude, unkind, or thoughtless suggestions. The quality of your thought and the usefulness of your suggestions will set your critique apart. Now, the conclusion is where you give your opinion. You should or you should not. Go or don't go. Buy or don't buy. It's important to offer a recommendation, since that is what your readers generally came to get. Now let's take a look at a couple of specifics here. Here is, on the right-hand side, a review of Avengers Endgame. And what do we know about the review from this opening? Well, you can see words like empty churnings and brazenly manipulative, as well as foregone conclusion. So it isn't a complimentary review. And that's really all about the plot. So we would expect to hear about acting, action sequences, box office, anything else next. But this is at least indicative of where this review is going. What do we know about Billy's Downtown Diner from this review? Well, the header is kind of perfect. We could wish for more details about the range on the menu, but it was a one-time visit, and it covers the basics, and it's very positive. I happen to live about 4 blocks away from Billy's, and I do love it, so I'm happy to see this shout out. Now, how does this reviewer start this review of the book Washington? He goes for the weird facts, the secret history approach. He also doesn't shy away from the vexed relationship of the Founding Fathers and slavery, and he includes Martha Washington's roles in supporting the Revolutionary War. So we know this is going to be interesting and maybe different from the childhood story we learned. It's going to be for specialists, and we do expect to hear how this book stacks up against the many other biographies of Washington. Well, that is 3 examples from real life. I hope this formula helps you when you need to write a direct critique of something, or you need to include a critique in an assignment that you're writing.